This is a lesson about area. We're learning about area and geometry. And area is very different than perimeter. A lot of people get them mixed up. It's the total number of square units needed to cover a two-dimensional surface. So you have to imagine you're filling it up with squares. An important concept here, two-dimensional surface, what that basically means is you're using two dimensions to figure out the area. And usually we associate that with length times width. You might hear base times height. But you're basically taking two linear distances and you're multiplying them to get a space filled with squares. So let's get started. I have two rectangles here. Let's look at the square first. So the square, you have to think about the base and how long is it? 1, 2, 3. So it has a base of 3. Base equals 3. Well, how tall is it? Well, since it's a square, it has a height of 3 as well. So the height is equal to 3. So 3 by 3, or 3 times 3, gets you 9 squares inside. So the area of this square is equal to 9 square units. Let's look at this rectangle. Okay, it has a height, 1, 2, 3, it has a height of 3. It has a base, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The length of the base is equal to 7. So I could count the squares inside, or I could just simply multiply 3 times 7 to get 21 square units inside. So many squares are inside. So hopefully you're noticing I'm multiplying two dimensions, a length and a width, or a base and a height. Okay, triangles. Triangles are very tricky. Why are they tricky? Well, they're really not tricky. Just people just have to think about what it is. A triangle really is half of a rectangle. So we can imagine the rectangle there. We can use the triangle's dimensions to calculate what the area of the rectangle would be. And then all we have to do is simply divide that number in half, and we'll have the area of the triangle. So the base of this triangle has a length of 1, 2, 3, 4. The base is 4. There's a height of 1, 2, 3. It's a height of 3. So if I were to multiply 4 times 3, I'd get 12 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But that triangle is not covered by those 12 squares. That triangle is covered by half of that. So we got to take the 12 and divide it in half. So the area of this triangle is going to be half of that 12. It's 6. Area is equal to 6 square units. I have another triangle over here. And again, you want to imagine it's inside a rectangle. And then use the triangle's dimensions in your, use it to your advantage to figure this out. Has a base of 2, has a height of 1, 2, 3, 4. Height is equal to 4. 4 times 2 is 8. But don't forget, you want half of that. So the area is equal to 4. 4 square units for that one there. Moving on. Parallelograms. They're kind of confusing. You're not sure what to do with them because it kind of looks like a triangle in one part and the other part kind of looks like a, it could be part of a rectangle. What we've been doing in class has been trying to imagine that if you could cut off an end and move it over here and add it to this side, you would have a rectangle. It's right here, the highlighted area. So all you really need to know is how tall it is, the height, and how long the base is. If you're paying careful attention, the length of the base really doesn't change even though I cut it off and moved it, because I moved it over here. I'm just moving it to a new place and gluing it back on. So it's really not changing. The base is a continuous length that's the same. So I just need to know how long it is and how tall it is. So the length of the base is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the height, it's the height straight up and down, not along the slope. So the height of this thing, over here, 1, 2, 3. The height is equal to 3. So the area is 12. Where am I going to write this? Write it down here. Area of this parallelogram is equal to 12 square units. Running out of room. Okay, I'm going to look at this other parallelogram. I'm going to just simply cut this one off and move it over here. Now I can envision that rectangle. It has a height and it has a base. The base is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The height is 2. I'll write it inside here. Height is 2, so it's simply 7 times 2. So the area of the parallelogram on the bottom is equal to 14 square units. So I hope that's been helpful to you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day.